You're listening to Don't Miss This on Paris Underground Radio.
For more great content, including bonus videos of events in and around Paris, please join us on Patreon.
Hello, and welcome to Don't Miss This, your weekly roundup of the best of what's happening in Paris this week. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity, the creator and founder of the Paris Underground Radio podcast network. Each week on Don't Miss This, I'll share 10 of the best things happening in Paris. If you'd like an extended written version, complete with dates and descriptions and links to those 10 events, plus a number of others I couldn't fit into the podcast, this week there are 10 additional events, then just head over to Patreon to have your very own downloadable weekly schedule sent directly to you. Sign up at patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio. This week may be bookended by Halloween, beginning the American way and ending with a murder, but there's more than just the macabre. Discover giant street art installations, cabaret the bad girls way, and movie marathons that make you dream. Get ready for your close-up, party with the bizarre, and so much more. This week's edition of Don't Miss This covers the week of Sunday, October 22nd through Saturday, October 28th, 2023. What could be spookier than 2 Sundays before Halloween? Not much, according to La Mama Shelter, who will be celebrating in all 3 of their locations. Each location will be decorated with jack-o'-lanterns, ghosts, and flickering candles, so you can experience Halloween the, quote, American way. Here you'll find everything from Halloween brunches, a candy bar, and a crazy kids party with face painting, dance, and drawing workshops for the little ones. There will also be a cocktail bar and until dawn parties for the grown-ups. There will be a costume contest for you and your dog. And honestly, what's better than a dog in costume? Halloween festivities will be held in La Mama Paris Est, Paris Ouest, and La Défense on Sunday, October 22nd, 28th, and 29th, and November 1st. For more information, including the full program, please visit mamashelter.com. Are you ready for your close-up? A new free museum, the 99 Cameras Museum, has just opened in the heart of Studio Harcourt. As its name implies, this museum is dedicated to the history of photography, with nearly 100 cameras on display spanning a century of photography. You'll learn about how the art of photography began and the technical advances that have gotten us from there to a world in which you can carry your camera in your pocket and post photos to the world in mere moments. These cameras come directly from the collection of Giampaolo Benincasa, who spent 50 years collecting them and sadly passed away 3 years ago. Among the vintage cameras, you'll find iconic brands like Leica, Hasselblad, and Zeiss Icon, as well as lesser-known gems of design and technology since forgotten to time. The 99 Cameras Museum opens this weekend and is free to attend. For more information, please visit 99cameras.club. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you've certainly heard the name Seth. Seth is a French street artist who often depicts almost cartoon-like children in his work. His murals are known all over the world, and he's been a solo exhibitor here in Paris a few times. Beginning on Tuesday, October 24th, you'll be able to admire Seth se fait le mal, or Seth Takes to the Streets, a new monumental installation on the Place du Louvre, alongside an exhibit of some of his giant photographs at the Carousel du Louvre. Created in partnership with La Musée en Herbe, the installation is titled Jusqu'au ciel, or Up to the Sky, and will feature a 4-meter-tall, that's a little over 13 feet high, statue with a child on top with its head immersed in a cloud. The photographs you'll find at the Carousel du Louvre will feature some of Seth's most impressive murals from around the world, in an exhibit titled Seth Globe Painter. These murals will also feature local inhabitants interacting with the murals, creating a sort of conversation between the two. Jusqu'au ciel and Seth Globe Painter will be at the Place du Louvre and the Carousel du Louvre, respectively, from Tuesday, October 24th through December 15th, and are free to attend. For more information, please visit museenherbe.com. That's museenherbe.com. Now here's where things get bizarre. I mean, of course, that the Bazaar Festival, celebrating LGBTQIA+ cultures, will return to La Folie, Sugi Radio, and Pavillon Villette. Over the course of 10 days, you can enjoy all sorts of activities, from queer film screenings, to a day dedicated to queer parent families, to a feminist literary afternoon, and the classic Sunday drag bingos. Each weekend will be punctuated by raucous parties, hosted by some of the best LGBTQIA+ performers, including Turkish retrofurist Eke Özel, the feminist collective Sœurs Malsaines, the lesbian group Barbiturix, drag collective Discoquette, and closing night performer Jennifer Cardini. Bazaar takes place in the Parc de la Villette at La Folie, the Pavillon Villette, and Sugi Radio from Thursday, October 26th through November 5th. Many activities are free, but individual tickets range from €8.50 to €18.50, and a 3-day pass is €24.60. For more information, please visit lavillette.com. That's LAVILLETTE.com. All right, all you bad biches. A new cabaret show is coming to Le Hasard Ludique for a Halloween extravaganza worthy of the witchiest witches. The Cabaret Bad Biche have created a burlesque performance blending singing, dancing, fire-breathing, and magic, titled Les Bad Biches ressuscitent les sorcières, or The Bad Does Resurrect the Witches. For this show, created especially for Halloween, they have, quote, decided to honor the figure of the witch in a burlesque and profound show, in search of the burning and powerful magicians who hide in each of us, end quote. Each multi-talented biche can sing, lip-sync, act, recite poetry, and perform stand-up comedy. Musically, you'll hear everything from traditional French songs to R&B to opera, Italian drama, and punk. Les Bad Biches ressuscitent les sorcières will be at Le Hasard Ludique on Thursday, October 26th at 8 p.m. Tickets are €15, and more information can be found at lehasardludique.paris. That's LEHASARDLUDIQUE.Paris. Okay, let's take it down a notch. Way down. Down to the size of a bonsai tree. For 2 days, the Bonsai Culture Expo will be in the Parc Floral, and this is your chance to learn everything you've ever wanted to know about these tiny trees. Experts from all over the world will come to share their knowledge about this Japanese botanical art all weekend long. You'll find experts fresh from Japan who will recount tales from their trips and offer detailed demonstrations, outdoor exhibits, professional brands who will help you cultivate your own bonsai, and, for the very first time, secondhand dealer Koji will host a large stand filled with authentic and rare Japanese treasures. Should your stomach start to rumble, never fear. You'll find all sorts of Japanese specialties from Matsuri, including onigiri, bento, tempura, tamago sando, daifuku, sake, and Japanese beers. Bonsai Culture Expo will be in the Parc Floral on Saturday, October 28th and Sunday, October 29th. Tickets are €6.90 online and €10 on site. For more information, please visit bonsaiculture.fr. Are you a fan of filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki? It's been 10 years since his last film, The Wind Rises, opened on the silver screen. Lucky for you, his new film, The Boy and the Heron, about a magical encounter between an orphan and a gray heron, will make its French debut on November 1st. If you can't wait that long, you're even more in luck. On Saturday, October 28th, Le Grand Rex Cinema will open a movie marathon in Miyazaki's honor. The marathon will begin with an advanced screening of The Boy and the Heron at 8:30 p.m., followed by Spirited Away at 11 p.m., Howl's Moving Castle at 1:30 a.m., and then Princess Mononoke at 4 a.m. Nuit Miyazaki will be at Le Grand Rex on Saturday, October 28th from 8:30 p.m. until 6:15 a.m. Tickets are €30 for all 4 films. For more information, please visit legrandrex.com. That's LEGRANDREX.com. Is Paris the most romantic city in the world? Host Lily Heisey answers this very question in her podcast, Romancing in Paris, which takes you through the city, arrondissement by arrondissement, by exploring the most romantic and hidden spots Paris has to offer. Listen now to Romancing in Paris on parisundergroundradio.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't miss this. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. And now, back to Don't Miss This. Let's make one sweet stop before getting back into the Halloween spirit. This week marks the return of the Salon du Chocolat, hailed as the largest global event dedicated to cocoa and chocolate, with more than 500 participants from 60 countries from around the world. Here, you can celebrate chocolate in all its forms, with cooking demonstrations, competitions, workshops, exhibits, chocolate sculptures, and, perhaps most importantly, the tastings. There will be a runway show featuring chocolate dresses and gravity-defying chocolate sculptures. Speaking of chocolate sculptures, you'll find a racing car by Jean-Luc Descluzeau, and the pièce de résistance will be Cristalline de Cacao, a 150-kilogram, 4-meter-high sculpture with a circumference of 3.60 meters made by François Daubinet. During the pastry show, some of the world's greatest pastry chefs will showcase their mastery in live demonstrations of their crazy creativity. In the cacao show, you'll find demonstrations and workshops from cocoa-producing countries, and find conferences and tastings in the chocosphere. You can meet some of the best international artisan chocolatiers and pastry chefs, and personally participate in chocolate-making technique workshops. For the first time, there will also be an awards ceremony for the best apprentices of France Chocolatiers competition. 2 new sections have also been added for the very first time. Once upon a time, there was pastry, where 3 major houses will highlight French pastry classics, and Passage Gourmand, showcasing some of France's sweetest regional specialties. The Salon du Chocolat will be held at the Porte de Versailles from Saturday, October 28th through Wednesday, November 1st. Full price tickets are €15, and you can find more information at salonduchocolat.fr. That's salonduchocolat.fr. What's the first thing that comes to mind when I say Halloween? If you answered voguing, then I have the event for you. On Saturday, October 28th, the Halloween Party Ball 2 will come to the Gaieté Lyrique. This event will be hosted by American Jack Gorgeous Gucci and French Vinnie Revlon. In case you doubt the prestige of your hosts, may I remind you that Vinnie Revlon was the first European voguing legend and is the father of the House of Revlon, the house that Drag Race France's second season winner Keona calls her own. The festivities will begin at 4 p.m. with Halloween-themed dance battles featuring the best male and female voguing performers. There will be tons of categories, with competitions running until the early hours. Some of the categories you can look forward to are Best Halloween Look of the Night, Face, Body, Legendary Runway, Never Walk, Never Won, Sex Siren, Hands Performance Duo, Tag Team Baby Vogue, Weird, Best Drag Performance, and many, many more. There will even be an award for DJ Pump the Beat for the DJ who can create the best Addams Family theme song beat. The Halloween Party Ball 2 will be at the Gaieté Lyrique on Saturday, October 28th. Tickets are €19, and more information can be found at gaieté-lyrique.net. That's gaieté-lyrique.net. If you prefer your Halloween with a touch more terror, head to the Musée de l'Air et de l'Espace for Murder Party, an immersive mystery adventure. Here's what we know. In March of this year, the museum was closed while finalizing preparations for the International Convention on Innovations in Aeronautics. Suddenly, Frank Pastor, civil aviation pilot and the museum's technical advisor, was found dead, lying in the Ballomania cabinet in the Grande Galerie. But who could have done it? And why? That's where you come in. You, a brilliant investigator, will be charged with finding the culprit, sussing out his motive, and discovering how he committed the dastardly deed. Perhaps the clues will be found within the collections? Murder Party will be at the Musée de l'Air et de l'Espace on Saturday, October 28th from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and is recommended for those 13 and over. Tickets are €22 and more information can be found at museeirespace.fr. That's museeirespace.fr. Well, that's it for this edition of Don't Miss This. For the extended newsletter version, which includes 10 more events, including written descriptions and direct links, please join me on Patreon at patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio. Thank you for listening to Don't Miss This. If you like this episode, please rate and review it. It really does help. And tell a friend. That helps too. If you attend any of the events listed in this podcast, please let me know at Paris Underground Radio on Instagram or Facebook. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. You can find me on all socials at Jennyphoria. That's JennyPhoria. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. Happy exploring!
Don't Miss This is produced by Jennifer Garrity for Paris Underground Radio. For more on this show and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com.